5 things that I wish I knew before I started laser hair removal as a black woman, as a woman. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is doing well. Today I'm basically filming like a continuation of my laser review. So I'm getting laser hair removal currently, sort of like a continuation of that, and just like 5 things that you should know before you decide to start laser hair removal, because obviously it's a big decision, and there's things that I've, after like quite a few sessions, I've actually deeped, okay, like I wish I knew this before I started. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe, and also check out my first video that I did on laser if you kind of want to know like a little bit more in depth and kind of like the process from like after my first session, and this is kind of like the 6 months update as well. So yeah, let's get into the video. So I started my laser in October 2021. Beginning of October was my first session. On my first session I just got underarm. I started with underarm, and then I believe after like a few sessions, then I was like, actually so I added on Brazilian because I saw a deal, and then I finally added on perianal like for my last session. So I've had about 5 to I think about 6 underarm sessions, maybe about 4 Brazilian, and 1 perianal, because if you didn't know, when you get Brazilian, it doesn't, this is a bit TMI, it doesn't include like the back, so that's something that you need to add on separately. Pricing, how I bought it is I'd always just buy it when there's a deal. There's like always a deal, so I go to LaserClinics, the Luton branch, and there'll always be like a deal. I think this is across like laser clinics in general, there's like so many across the UK. There'd always be a deal of like underarm and Brazilian packages for like £26, and I always buy it when there's a deal. I've never paid the full price, which is about £50 for that, both of them. So I always buy it when it's like £26. You can basically buy a few tokens, and then you can just book as and when you need to, which is really cool on the site. And then perianal was around like £9, and they don't really do a deal on that because it can be like an add-on, and it's kind of just pretty cheap anyway. So that's kind of the pricing. I've kind of lost count of how many I've had, but yeah, I'd say I'm about halfway through, because they say 8 to 12 sessions. So let's say I've done about 5 to 6-ish on average. That's kind of like where I'm at in terms of my hair growth. My armpits are like pretty bare, like tiny bits of like patchiness. Like I don't really have much hair there anymore, which is great. So I feel like my armpits are really almost done, and when I have not been shaving in between, so my sessions are now every 6 weeks as opposed to every 4 weeks. So I start with every 4 weeks, and then I limit it down to every 6 weeks because there isn't as much hair growth. It's like I only shave just before my appointment, and then I just let it grow because I actually just want to see my growth. The growth of my armpits is like minutes. Yeah, that's kind of like the kind of update portion of the video. Now I kind of wanted to get into 5 things that I wish I knew before I started laser hair removal as a black woman, as a woman, as me. Do you know what I mean? Because there's some things that, you know, maybe I would have liked to know before I started. So yeah, the first thing I'd say is listen to the pre and post care advice about shaving 24 hours before, not on the day. Shave 24 hours before. I know it's long, and you know it's coming up. I feel like the first session is very much like yeah, and then after a few you kind of get a bit lazy with it. Like, please shave your 24 hours before. Like, think about it. Shaving is irritating your skin, and then you're then going to zap and burn the hairs after you've irritated it. Like, let it have 24 hours to breathe. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, give it a little rest. That, and also like shave as close as possible. Please guys, just save yourself the pain. The people that say I'm gonna call this person out on my last video that I done. This girl was like, oh my god, like, don't scare people. I'm not scaring anyone, but I'm just being honest. Everyone's pain is different. I generally have a pretty high, I'd say medium to high pain tolerance, but the laser thing is painful for me. Like, so just, I was someone who'd rather be mentally prepared for it to be painful, and then if it's not, it's not. But like, I'm still gonna do it anyway because it's worth it and it's very quick, but the shit is painful, I'm not gonna lie, especially your first session. So please shave as close as possible. My last session, I did not shave close as possible, and that shit hurt. It really hurt. So please listen when they say. The next thing I would say is when you start laser, Sunshine also said this. She went to the same laser clinic she went to the same branch of LaserClinics as me, and I watched her video basically before I started. So, and she basically said the same thing, and I completely agree. Because at first I was like, yeah, but I could do, honestly, like, start everything you want to get lasered at the beginning. Don't stagger it. Don't just be like, oh, let me just quickly start this, and then after, oh, I want to add this, because after a while the appointments start to get tedious. Like, it's quick, but it starts to get long once a month, having to shave everything, and it's like, you're just, when you go there, the actual zapping is very, very quick. So it's better to just do everything at once. I'm gonna have to be going for like probably more than a year now, because I've started everything staggered. I only just started pairing it. Like, it's just, so if you can, please try and start everything at once. It makes the duration you have to keep going back to your laser branch longer. So start everything you want to start at once. Also, with saying that, usually when you do multiple things, you get a better deal, like the packages that they do, so it does kind of end up being more cost effective. So that's another like really good reason as to why that you should start like everything you want to start at the same time. Okay, the third thing that you should probably know before you start laser hair removal is you need to mentally, this sounds very, very wild, but you need to mentally prepare and start mourning your hair. I know this sounds completely crazy, but it's just like, most people that are laser are over 18, so like, I don't know, when do you start growing like hair? Like 11, 10, 9, I don't know. But for the majority of your life, probably, you've had hair growing in these places, and now like, hair's not gonna grow there anymore. Like, it's very weird, obviously, when you get waxing, when you shave, it's coming back, but like, hair's no longer gonna grow there, and it's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of an adjustment. Like, when I look in the mirror and there's no armpit hair, it's kind of like, rah, like, hair used to grow there. Like, to some people, I think you need to like mentally prepare. It will never grow in that same way. So, you know, you might need to mentally prepare for like being bald. Also, like when it comes to like Brazilian area as well, like, it's kind of a thing of, you know, are you sure that you completely want that gone for the rest of your life? Like, I don't know, I'm in two minds by it, because I'm kind of thinking like, I don't know if I should stop my Brazilian and just have it like really, really light hair, because I'm still really young. So like, I don't know, I feel like I'd want to be bald, but like, I don't know. But yeah, I think that's something to consider, that, you know, mentally prepare that you're gonna be bald, like, shit. The fourth thing that you should know before starting laser hair removal is that you need to be patient, and it's probably going to take more sessions than you think. When they say 8 to 12 sessions, they mean 8 to 12 sessions. Like, basically after the first session, I think this this also happened to my sister, where after the first session on my underarms, all of my hairs fell out. And I was like, because they basically explained that this is how it works. They zap the hairs and then they grow and fall out within like a 2-week period of that first session. Cool. That happened, and then I was like, shit, I'm actually bald. Like, the hairs have fallen out, and I thought once they've fallen out, like, that's it, it's done. And like, I was like, oh, like, I'm definitely not gonna need 8 sessions, but like, the hairs kind of come back again, but obviously just much finer. So like, and then it's kind of just reducing over time. So like, after that first session, don't think, oh yeah, like, I'm not gonna need 8 to 12 sessions. Like, you probably will. So yeah, just be patient and be mindful of that, especially after the like first to second session. And fifth thing you should know before starting laser hair removal, this is specific to LaserClinics. The place where I do my laser is LaserClinics. They have a lot across the UK, if you didn't know. And I think this might be applicable to therapy clinics. Therapy clinic, I think it's called. But if you go to therapy, let me know, because I haven't been there personally. And the reason that I think this is the case, which I'll explain in a second, is because I feel like there's different types of laser kind of like brands. I feel like therapy and laser clinics are like proper competitors, and they're kind of like the budget affordable lasers. And then you have places like your Pulse Light and like lots of other private Pulse Light clinic, and then lots of other private places which are like, I feel like we're doing it first kind of thing, and charge more, but the experience is probably a lot better. Not that my experience has been bad, but just to be mindful. So yeah, the fifth kind of thing that you should be aware of if you are going to laser clinics is that every time you go, you get a random person. So I've had maybe like 5 different people. Like, I think I've had the same person twice, and I've been about 5 to 6 times. So first of all, you don't know who you're booking with. When you book the appointment, it's not like, oh, a name, like, oh, I'm booking with Raina. So even if I don't know Raina, I know, okay, this is the person I'm gonna have my appointment with. You kind of just book the appointment and you get there, and then it'll be like, hi, I'm Raina, or I'm Jessica, I'll be doing your appointment for today, and it changes a lot. So that's something to be mindful of. I think I'd prefer it to just be with one set person. And I have also found that with having it with different people do it different. So like some of the women that do it, they go like really quickly, so like beep 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 beep, as opposed to like beep beep beep. And I've had multiple of the two different methods of doing it, and I think I prefer it slow. But like I feel like if I'd always had it fast with the same person, I wouldn't have known slow. But like when it's one person, you kind of like build a bit of a rapport, a bit of relationship with, of like, I'm not too pressed, but it's just like, I know that some people, and I would probably prefer it to just be with one person, or to know that, oh, I'm booking with Raina today, even if it's like, oh, I always have Raina and Jessica, I know that I can wait till Raina's back in and I can book with her, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's a bit of a thing if you're going with kind of like the more budget clinics. I'm not sure if therapy is the same as I said, but I can only speak from the experience of LaserClinics. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any more questions in regards to laser hair removal, especially as I'm a black woman, and obviously this hasn't always been a thing for like black women, like it's kind of like new-ish. Let me know if you've had laser yourself, thinking of starting it, scared of the pain, scared of anything, whatever. Drop me a comment, and I pretty much always reply to my comments. So yeah, have a great day, and thank you guys so much for watching.